This is the Conscious Hour, and I'm going to give you a war report. Listen to this one very closely. In the West, we aren't being told about the precision weapons that Iran has. So, for example, they have missiles now that travel between Mach 12 and Mach 16. The U.S. has nothing like this. The U.S. is being destroyed. Israel is being destroyed. The region's being destroyed where countries that are backing the United States. And so now Iran is playing the long game, and it's going to be a short game. They're telling UAE, as an example, if you continue to support the presence of the U.S. in this region, we will eliminate the threat that you're hosting. Listen closely to this.
The shelters with precision. The Khorramshahr 4 has a reported circular error probable of 2 to 5 meters when using terminal guidance. That means the missile can hit within 2 to 5 meters of its programmed target coordinates. Iran used satellite imagery and signals intelligence to identify which shelters housed F-35s and which housed less valuable aircraft. The missiles did not hit empty shelters. They did not hit older F-16s or support aircraft. They hit the exact shelters where the F-35s were parked. Now we need to talk about why the UAE issued a 48-hour withdrawal request, because this is not about the cost of replacing aircraft or even the deaths of 12 American airmen. This is about the UAE recognizing that hosting American forces makes the UAE a primary Iranian target, and that the US cannot protect UAE territory from Iranian missiles. The United Arab Emirates is located approximately 150 miles across the Persian Gulf from Iran. Iranian ballistic missiles launched from coastal facilities near Bushehr can reach Abu Dhabi in 6 to 8 minutes. The UAE has no layered air defense system comparable to Israel's Iron Dome, David Sling, and Arrow 3 network. The UAE operates THAAD and Patriot batteries provided by the United States, but those systems are optimized for high-altitude interception of medium to long-range missiles. They struggle with the terminal phase of ballistic missile attacks and cannot provide area defense for an entire city like Abu Dhabi or Dubai. Here's the calculation that UAE leadership made after the Al Dhafra strike. If Iran can destroy 7 F-35s on a heavily defended U.S. airbase, Iran can destroy anything in the UAE. Oil refineries, desalination plants, power generation facilities, Dubai's financial district.
And they never told you that we had a whole bunch of F-35s destroyed, did they? No, because the Western media doesn't report this. They aren't reporting the losses in the billions of equipment, and not even counting the loss of life of our soldiers.
Abu Dhabi's government buildings. The UAE has built its entire economy on stability, tourism, and foreign investment. A single Iranian missile strike on the Burj Khalifa or Dubai International Airport would cause economic damage in the tens of billions and trigger a collapse in investor confidence that could take years to recover from. And the UAE cannot shoot down Iranian missiles reliably enough to prevent that outcome. The math does not work. If Iran launches 20 missiles at Dubai, maybe UAE air defenses intercept 15, but 5 get through. And 5 missiles hitting central Dubai is a catastrophic event that destroys the UAE's economic model. So the UAE is making the same calculation that every Gulf state is making right now. Is hosting American forces worth the risk of becoming Iran's next target? And the UAE has decided the answer is no. On March 13th, hours after...
So the great part of this is you got Jared Kushner and you got Witkoff, who are real estate developers who basically have $40 billion for the Gaza Future City. And that's why we had this event of October 7th. It was because Israel wanted all these people out, okay, that's one. But then you take the expansion project that they want to build all the way along the coastline from Egypt all the way to Libya, which is estimated at $400 billion build out. You wonder why UAE is thinking, we don't want this liability.
The Al Dhafra strike. UAE President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed convened an emergency National Security Council meeting. According to sources who spoke to Reuters, the discussion centered on whether the UAE could continue hosting U.S. forces while Iran is actively targeting those forces with ballistic missiles. The consensus was that the UAE cannot. By 2:00 p.m., the UAE ambassador to the United States delivered a formal diplomatic message to CENTCOM and the Pentagon. The message stated that the UAE cannot guarantee the safety and security of U.S. personnel at Al Dhafra Air Base and requested that the United States begin planning for a phased withdrawal of forces within 48 hours. That phrasing is critical. The UAE did not say, please increase defensive measures. And the UAE did not say, we need more Patriot batteries. The UAE said it cannot guarantee American safety and asked the US to leave. That is a host nation.
Get the hell out. Now, will the U.S. get the hell out? Well, don't know. Their egos are the size of freight trains. They might just say, well, we're just going to stay here. Well, then, what's UAE going to do? Blow up the bases to tell them to get the hell out? This is the Conscious Hour. This is the news you do not see. So do me a favor and do all, it's all a favor. Spread these videos amongst all your friends, your lists, your social media. Spread this information out. The Conscious Hour is about bringing truth, but not only bringing the truth, figuring out how to, pardon the expression, unfuck the whole problem. In other words, let's build a world economy based on mutual respect and sovereignty instead of this old business model of, oh, the white people know what's right and we're going to go in and take control of the world. It ain't happening, folks. And that's why we have BRICS. That's why we have the whole new monetary system coming because of the arrogance of the West. This is the Conscious Hour. Please like and share, and please donate to the 501c3. Thanks for tuning in to the Conscious Hour.